What's going on, guys? JSGC Football here, and we are here for a season review where we're going to be reflecting upon and looking at the 2023-2024 season. We're going to be having a look at things like our favourite away day, result of the season, the downsides, the negatives of the season, and all the stuff that comes in between that as well, and sharing some of our thoughts and memories from what has been a fantastic 2023-2024 season from our own personal point of view here on the channel. So with that being said and done, of course we do have my partner in crime. It's Anton Deck. Have we been referred to as Preston? Some people have said
Anton Deck of Preston, bro.
The Anton Deck of Preston. We've got we've got the dynamic duo here to give our thoughts, of course, on the season and covering, of course, MixedSid's team and his shirts that you can see, Preston North End. So, first and foremost, for everybody watching, they'll be interested to know, are you renewing your season ticket, Aaron?
So, Jason, I'm pleased to say I have renewed my season ticket, so you can expect more PNE content from Deep now.
Regular content?
More days as well, so there will be regular content.
Fantastic. Yeah. So just quickly before we speak about the previous season, just looking ahead towards the upcoming season, is there any particular away days that you're really looking forward to and why?
Yes, I'm looking forward to Oxford coming up, and that's going to be a good away day. But like you said, we've been doing our research. If any Preston fans that do Oxford away, it's 3 miles away from the ground, from the Sam Stadium. It's a trek, but I think it'd be a good one if we can focus in Oxford, but we just need to do the planning of the logistics like that, 3 miles there and 3 miles back into Oxford. That's going to be the hard one. Because I think it'd be a really good away day. Yeah, it's a trek. Think of it like Reading.
Yeah. It's a trek. It is a trek. It is,
I can imagine it's a lot of history in Oxford. I want to try the pubs. It's supposed to be really good, so that's what I'm looking forward to. Portsmouth, I'm looking forward to that. Try and do that on the Moorbrook coach. So any Preston fans that have done the Moorbrook coach, do let us know in the comments below. What do you think of it? Because there's something being researched, something we've been wanting to do for a long time. I hear good things. I'm really looking forward to doing that. Any
regulars on the Moorbrook? Do they recommend? Let us know.
And I think a top away day that I'm really looking forward to is Cardiff. I hear things on North End. Especially when talking to North End fans, they recommend that a lot, especially a really, really top away day. And I'm really looking forward to that. And then we've got Swansea. That's a lesser one, but that completed really, because all the others we've done before. So the ones that we'll be renewing, me and Jay, is Burnley away. Absolutely love the Burnley away. Because Burnley fans, I think they're fantastic. Because I love the cricket club. I love Burnley itself. It's nice and cheap, and you can't beat it. It's a fantastic away day. And then, of course, our second home, we return to Sheffield.
Twice.
Maybe not once, but twice.
Yeah.
To do it properly, because I just love Sheffield, absolutely fantastic. It's because Sheffield Tap is like our second home. I absolutely love, and we can return there and do 2 away days, Sheffield United and Sheffield Wednesday. So looking forward to that one.
Maybe we might need to sample Leeds. I'd like to do Leeds again. We did.
Ciao,
so we've done it twice before. We're thinking of doing it a third time. So first time that we've been, we did it on the train, and it's a trek and a half from Leeds City Centre to Ellen Road. But it was good fun, and it was in August, so the weather was pretty nice. We did it again last season in January. So we ended up driving. Weather was a bit naff, but still pretty good. And also our most well-received video of the season, so plenty of views with Leeds in mind from the business and from our point of view. So I'm hoping that when you do face Leeds and you have them away, I'm hoping it'll be earlier in the season rather than during the winter. Yeah, and we can have a bit of nice weather. So if it could come about, first or second away game of the season in August, that'd be brilliant. But I'm not going to complain if it's in September or October, even in November. November's not normally too bad if it's at the beginning of. So hopefully we'll be able to do that as well, which would be nice. So yeah, that's what we're looking forward to. So that's the 2024-2025 season talked about for what we're to expect from our channel. So we're going to have a look now at the 2023-2024 season. So Aaron, firstly, successful season or not? What do you think?
Oh, controversial. For me personally, because I know most Preston fans are not happy with how we've played it, but when you take the emotion out of it, when you see Preston North End in 10th, I think it has to be considered a little bit of success. Because I'm not happy with the end of the season, especially with only winning 1 out of the last 8 and only scoring in 1 match against Huddersfield, where we've been 4-1. But overall, 10th place, I don't think you can complain, because we just need to build on it. Yeah, Jason's got the table up there, so we'll finish 10 points off the players, which is very disappointing. But I think with our budget overall, because to get everything into context, I think it's a good season. Could be better, but it could be a lot worse, because I think we've got the 19th highest budget in the Championship. So from a financial point of view, and from the Preston hierarchy, they'll consider it a success.
Yeah.
I don't think you could be too critical of Ryan Lowe's, because football can be a lot better, because we do need to improve. And hopefully it won't show that form going into the beginning of the season and have a little bit of a hangover.
Yeah.
But taking the emotion out of it, if I was to give it a rating now this season, I'd give it a solid 7 out of 10. I think I'm being generous, because the start was great.
Yeah.
The winter was poor, and then we recuperated from January onwards to March, and then we did our usual Preston thing of the collapse after Easter.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting because your thoughts are actually quite different to mine.
Go on.
So 10th's better than 11th. 11th place is something I associate with Preston North End.
Yeah.
So
it's the same points that we've got last season.
Yeah, so 10th is better than 11th. And I think if you end the season after 42 games rather than 46 games, the season looks rather healthy. It's just these losses here, these 4 losses at the end of the season. That's 5 losses. Sorry, that's taken it away. It's the same with Coventry. Look at their form just above in 9th. They fell off, and as soon as it becomes impossible for you to make the playoffs, your motivation goes away. Yeah. Your flip flops come on, and it becomes difficult to accumulate them points. Whereas if you'd remained driven and motivated, it could easily have been an 8th place finish just outside of the playoffs. Now I look at the budgets and I look at the teams that you're looking at outside of Ipswich Town up there: Leicester City, Leeds United, Southampton, the 3 teams that were relegated from the Premier League. I would expect them, and it's the same with the teams coming down this season into next season as well. I expect them Premier League teams that are dropping into the Championship to be in the top 4. I really would. I can argue the fact that Leeds United and Southampton have underachieved through not getting automatic promotion spots, but there's only 2 available with 3 teams, so someone has to miss out. Southampton obviously won the playoffs and gone up, so their season's now a success, but for Leeds it's their season's a devastating season because they've not been promoted. They've hit 90 points, which is a brilliant points tally. They've finished 3rd. They'll be disappointed by that, and losing a playoff final means that it's a disastrous season, and that's the standard that you're up against. It's a league above, and you're going to struggle to compete with it. Is it impossible? No, Ipswich Town have shown that it's not impossible. The likeliness of it happening is very unlikely, and it can be done. It's difficult to be done because you're looking at some really good sides in that top of the side of the Championship. West Brom, former Premier League side. Norwich, former Premier League side. Hull have had a really good season. They've missed out on the playoffs. Middlesbrough. They've got some good play. They've got something to build upon. If they can keep hold of the players and add to that, maybe they might be able to push on for next season. I think they'll be disappointed to have missed out on the playoffs. They probably should have got a top 6 finish. I've been impressed because we went to Norwich away back in December, and I wasn't that impressed with them. The second half of the season, they really found some good form, looked really good. You played them at Deepdale, didn't you? It was in April.
April 13.
Yeah, and they beat you, made short work of you. But that's the perfect, for me, in the Championship, that's the perfect away performance. You contain a team, you limit them to very little, you keep yourself in the game, you sneak a goal, you keep a clean sheet, you pick up a solid 3 points, you push on from there. That's what I think Preston at the moment cannot do, and that's something that you need to try and improve upon into next season. I think your season in 10th place, if I take off the fact that you'd got off to a fantastic start and you'd had a good second half of the season up until the last 5, and you take off the last 5 games and stuff as an overall summary, I just don't think it's been too bad of a season, and I certainly think that there's something that can be built upon going into next season. But I do think that you have to do what you've done this season, next season, and get off to a quick start. Because if you don't, I don't think you're going to be anywhere near the playoffs for next season. So a quick, good start is a must. Consistency is a must. And you also need to start finding ways of making yourselves more difficult to beat. I look at that top 10 there. I'm looking at the teams in the playoffs. Take off Norwich in 6. You look at the teams from 1st through to 5th, lost between 6 and 13 games. You've lost 6 games more than what West Brom have.
We've lost 19 games. We've lost more than we've won. That's incredible. But when you look at the goals that we've conceded, look at that. Southampton, looking at theirs, they've conceded 63 times. You tell me they're staying up next season? Not a chance. Ipswich, 57 goals leaked in. Not a chance you're staying up either.
Well, Burnley's found that out.
Yeah.
Burnley's found that out.
You've got to Burnley like that. Southampton, I just don't see it.
Well, Ipswich have got a big battle keeping McKenna on their hands at the moment.
Yeah.
Real big battle that's caused a lot of controversy at the moment. But yeah, I think it's been a pretty, as an overall summary over 46 games, I think it's been a pretty good season. You've nowhere near relegation. Could it have been better? Absolutely. But you've got something to build upon. So you need to go out, invest in your squad, bring in better players. You need to have a game plan and stick to it. I'd like to see Preston have a little bit more creativity. I look at the goals scored compared with every other team that's above you, and you're not even close to any of them. I mean, the closest that you've got is Hull City, and they've scored 12 goals more than you whilst conceding 7 less. And that goal difference of -11 while sitting in 10th place, I don't think is amazing. So you'd want to try and improve upon that. So I think you need to tighten up a little bit at the back. I think you need a little bit more creativity. You need a little bit more belief. And you need to try... Because I don't think you've got a bad attacking line. I don't think you've got bad strikers.
No, I don't either.
I just think you're a clinical team. You just don't create enough opportunities. And if you're always relying upon scoring 1 or 2 goals in a game, then the rate that you're conceding at, you're going to be struggling to win some games, and it's just a bit 50-50 as to whether you're going to win or lose. Not many draws in there. It's either you're going to win the game or you're going to lose the game. So you just need that little level of consistency to help push you further up the table. As I said, it needs a little bit more investment, needs a little bit more patience, needs a little bit more time. But with the budget that you've got, I don't think it's a too bad of a season. I do get the point of view, though, coming from the fans, which I think just left a little bit frustrated at what could have been with the start that you've had, the form that you found in the second half of the season, because you turn them 5 losses at the end into 5 wins and you finish 5th.
Yeah, the funny thing with North End, like I said, with the fans, it's the XG. It overinflates us because we've got the second lowest expected goals in the division. Yeah, we somehow
creativity.
Shows how clinical we're being. Yeah, creativity.
It's all about creativity.
Far more clinical next season, like that. Try and get Mads involved. Like I said, I like the attacking lineup though. Because we've got plenty of options up front. Will Keane, for me, he's been signed in the season because he's banged in over 12 goals. Mads,
yes.
I just want to see a bit more consistency from Mads, but I think once he's settled properly, I think there's a great player in there, especially if we can keep hold of Reece for another season. If we do lose Reece, I don't think it affects us too bad. We've got Osmajevic. Osmajic, sorry, I should say, not Osmajevic. Then, of course, so you've got 2 strikers right there. If you lose Reece, sell him, invest in the team. If we lose Brown, I think we can get 2 players for the price of a Brown on wage-wise, because he's only doing off 20k a week. Because I certainly won't break the bank to make him our most expensive to break 20k to keep him. No. My thinking with Alan Brown, as much as I love him, is he worth that? Which top championship team goes in for him?
Well, rumours of Coventry are wanting him, aren't they, at the moment?
Exactly. That's not a top championship team. That's not one of these Premier League clubs coming back.
MixedSid throwing out the shade. Throwing out the shade. Didn't you know they reached the cup semi-final? Should have beaten Manchester United in that semi-final as well, in my opinion.
They thrown them that. No, when they got to the semi, it's from the campaign.
Distraction. It's a distraction, yeah. You lose your belief, you lose your motivation, and all of a sudden you just capitulate from there. And it also gives you a bit of a fixture pile up at the end because you're having games postponed.
Should I tell you what Alan Brown Wool, what it smells of when you get players at that high wage?
Stokesy. Stoke City. Yep. So it smells of a Stoke City. He may still stay at Preston North End, so
might, yeah.
we
I won't be able
see.
to answer him. I've seen the comments in Twitter. It's very much a fierce debate.
Well,
would you be able to ransom him? It's because I know North End should do this better. I don't know why we don't sell players when they're going into last year of contract. Should have that down. Just sell them. Like, get to the last year of contract. They're not signing on. Just get rid.
Offer them in the summer, and if they say if they say anything other than yes, you just put them on the transfer list and you say we're interested in receiving offers, and we'll recuperate a bit of money. And we'll build
to recoup the money like that.
Yeah. I'm hoping that Preston will start dipping into some of the big European markets. There's some top class players. You have started. I'm hoping you're going to continue that heading into the summer because there's some good players, some bargains to be had. As well that you can bring in that are definitely of high quality, I think, for the Championship. You've got the loan market that you can utilise a little bit more. You've obviously right now you've got the vulnerabilities of the free transfer market and players wanting to sort out their futures either before they go on holiday or just after they get back. So it'll be interesting to see who you add. Just speaking about that, actually, what positions would you like to see addressed in the summer?
I'm glad you brought that up. So positions, because it has to be the defence. I think it's very much the weak point in the squad, the defence. You
build from the back.
Exactly. We just don't have players capable of doing it. Because like if we got a bit of a Jordan Story, I'd sell him if we got 2-3 million for him. Then Lindsay I'd keep because he's had a very good season. Because he's got that height. I wouldn't mind seeing Jake Cooper from Millwall because he's on a free and he's got a height. He's 202 centimetres, 6'6", 6'7". Maybe a bit slow, physical. For set pieces like with Liam Lindsay, imagine 2-man mountains going at you. Because then we just need. I want to see a ball playing defender to replace Ben Davies. We've not replaced him for many years, and just summit so we can keep possession at the back. Someone that can build a bit of pace, and then Freddie Woodman. Much as I love him, he's gone backwards last season. He's got a lot to prove this season. I think he might be going into the last year of his contract.
Oh, we're going into Aaron's. Are you signing a new contract? Oh, I'm not sure. So
Bandy Hughes, I don't think he's good enough to be a starting North End. We need upgrades.
What about your wing backs?
Well, Liam Miller's gone, so that's need a left wing back straight.
Is there no possibilities of bringing him back? He showed glimpses of being absolutely brilliant at times.
He did, and then just petered off. But I'd bring him back if the option's available. I'd get Miller back, but I'd like to see him more. He's more of a left winger like that, because there's no left wing back. Play his proposition left wing back. We play like 4-2-3-1. That'd be a great system for him. Yeah. And then we've got Kean Best. Hopefully, he'll develop more next season, because I think he'll suit that position well, left wing back.
It's a very
Brad Potts at right wing back. But I still like to see a proper right wing back.
I'm happy you brought up Kean Best there because it was mentioned in Preston North End's statement at the end of the season about the development of young players, and I think that's so important because not only does it allow you from a business point of view to develop players to potentially push on and sell for profit, it also allows you to not having to invest all the time in signing players. You can actually just bring players in.
Some of Blackburn do well.
Develop them. Then you're not having to spend all that money all the time. Yeah.
Because we lost one of our players to Blackburn as well, if you remember him.
Dolan. Yeah. So it's interesting. I think just a different avenue that you can go and explore. So I imagine some of these young players will be given more minutes during pre-season. Is there any word yet on Preston releasing their pre-season schedule yet? I heard is it Bamber Bridge you're losing?
Possibly, but there's been a bit of a backlash. I think Preston said they're going to fit it in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's good. It provides money for a local non-league club in the local area, which is good, I think. Okay, cool.
Of course, we got Lincoln. That's all the confirmed one so far. Lincoln in Spain.
In Spain, yeah. Benidorm for your fans to enjoy. Nice little trip to Spain. Rightio then, Aaron. So, just speaking about the season then, we've spoken about the table and the finish and what your thoughts are on there. What do you think was your result of the season? What do you think your best game was? For me, mine was that Leeds United match on Boxing Day at home. You're talking a top-class Championship team that you went toe-for-toe with. You played some exciting football.
Yeah.
You never sat off them. You weren't defensive. You took the game to them, scored a wonderful goal as well, got a really good result. So I think that was your result of the season, in my opinion, picking up a win against Leeds at Deepdale.
But for me, as a Preston fan, it was the win at Eagle Park with the Lindsay in stoppage time.
Yeah, it was a good away day, that, to be fair.
It was, I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed that. Blackburn, it was a good away day.
It's Norwich away with the Preston fans chanting our name. That was my personal moment.
I like it. What do you think was the worst result that you had then in the season?
The 5-1 loss at home against Watford.
Yeah.
Ipswich, that's a great result, beating them at Deepdale 3-2.
Yeah.
For 3-0 up against them, very nearly chucked it away.
Yeah, you were unlucky against Leeds away, actually, as well.
Yeah,
the penalty late on as well. Should have got a result. You know what I mean? All these little results, they matter. Wins into draws. Draws turns into losses. All these points, they add up come the end of the season. You got to fight tooth and nail every single game. It's a marathon sprint, but you have that level of consistency. It's the difference between being in the playoffs and not being in the playoffs. It's the difference between are you Ipswich Town or are you not Ipswich Town? Their level of consistency was tremendous. Back-to-back promotions.
Yeah. Had a little bit of a blip, but they recovered.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant season from Ipswich. I think that's going to be the inspiration for a lot of Championship teams for the next few seasons, isn't it? It can be done. It can be done.
Football, they had to go and did it. Shows what can be done.
It does, certainly does. Rightio, is there anything else, Aaron, that you want to ask for the season? We've got result. What was your favourite away day, by the way?
My favourite away day last season was, I think it has to be Plymouth.
You enjoyed Plymouth? Our longest away day that we could possibly ever do.
The challenge itself, and we actually won. I think it's the only away day that we actually won that we went to last season.
Blackburn.
Oh, well, Blackburn as well.
And Blackburn as well. Yeah, they're the only. Yeah, there. I think my favourite. I put it as the video title at the time, and I've maintained that thought since. Rotherham. Really enjoyed Rotherham away. Very underrated. It was not a great result, but I did enjoy it because we got to see their old stadium, so there's a bit of football history there. Got to go to the Sheffield Tap beforehand. It's close to Sheffield. There's plenty of pubs around, really good pubs around, with a really good price as well. Not like at Chelsea away, is it? You know, where you're paying £8-9 for a pint around Stamford Bridge. You know, you're talking £2 to £3 for pints at Rotherham. So yeah, I really enjoyed Rotherham. Really enjoyed it. Speaking of that Chelsea match, actually, that was probably one of the highlights for your fans there, getting to visit a different stadium. What did you make of Stamford Bridge?
Well,
brilliant. Do you know it's?
I think that's what stood out the most is Preston, even though we got battered. Because the atmosphere again.
Yeah. And then
the desire at the end.
And then the train controversy, so people were having to leave early, and then the trains got severely delayed, so people didn't actually need to leave early as well. Fun and games. Fun and games in January.
Well, we've got to tick off the famous Chelsea anyway, so that'll live long in my memory. Yeah,
Stamford Bridge, a nice green tick on our scratch-off map, isn't it, Aaron? Which is good. Is there anything else, Aaron, that you want to add?
No, it brings into next season like that. Expectations of next season, where do you see North End going? Do you reckon we'll recede and drop down the table? Is Brad Mandela to take us forward, or can we take that next step forwards?
So, my thoughts on that is, firstly, Ryan Lowe, I know it causes a lot of controversy, and the whole point of video content is to give opinions. Ryan Lowe, to me, hasn't done anything wrong. You finished 10th. He's not got the biggest of budgets. He's not had a bad season at all, and I think it's something that Ryan Lowe, because he's getting linked with the Rangers job. If he was to be interviewed for that Rangers job, he'd go on his CV and he'd sit there in the interview room and speak about how he's not got the biggest of budgets, and he's managed to keep and maintain Preston North End as a top half Championship team that, without that run of form right at the end, could potentially have been pushing for the playoffs. So from that point of view, and looking at the summary, he'd say very happy with it. Style of football, I think, is maybe something Ryan Lowe could adapt a little bit to.
Yeah, tactical plans like that. We needed more of a plan B, just be more attacking.
But it's unusual because I got to see Ryan Lowe when he was in charge at Bury, and they played very attacking, very attacking. But they had quick strikers.
Yeah.
So you need quick players if you wanted to play attacking football. At the moment, I think Ryan Lowe's adapting his game to try and absorb pressure and make Preston difficult to beat. And whilst you're difficult to beat, I think that ultimately your first aim has to be 50 points and safety. And I don't think you'll be relegated whilst Ryan Lowe is in charge. I don't think you will anyway, is my thoughts on that. So from that point of view, you'd say that that's a success. But you don't just want to keep sitting there and saying it's enough to stay up season upon season. Yeah. You want ambition. You don't just want to stay up every season. You want to push. You want to try and... Because what's the point of being in the league? The point of being in the Championship is you want to be in the Premier League. Yeah. That is your ambition.
If I can interrupt you, we're going into our 10th season now in the Championship, and we've not had a playoff campaign.
No.
Not one. Same with Bristol City like that. It's incredible. So we're becoming a meme now, 11-12. Preston, Bristol, they're forever. It did make me laugh.
Don't make me tap the sign. You're here forever. Love it. Absolutely love it. I think, just to summarise then, I don't think your season's been too bad. I think there's cause for optimism. There's areas to improve upon. Yeah. It's not been a bad season at all. There's been some personal highlights that we've fully enjoyed. And I'm looking forward to covering the season again for the 2024-2025 campaign. What I'm hoping will be a very successful campaign. And I always speak about the emotional roller coaster of football. It's going to have more ups and downs for everybody to either dread or enjoy.
Well, that's why we love it.
It is why we love it as well, yeah. It creates all that emotion in there. And football is probably the biggest emotional sport on the planet. So many reactionary thoughts that come out from people, and it divides opinion. And opinions are good or bad. They're good to have.
Especially after the game like that, when it's just happened, when it's fresh, when you're fuming, and then when you sleep on it the next day, go,
and you think, you know what, it could be worse. And then as the week goes on and you get to Saturday 3 o'clock, marching on Deepdale through Moore Park, and you're thinking to yourself, do you know what, buzzing for this, let's go. Love it.
It's a chore, it's another session in Deepdale.
Well, if things aren't going too well, it becomes... Do you know, it can become a chore if things aren't going too well, but that's the loyalty of football, isn't it? You know, you get tested and pushed to your limit when you're taking on your teams from down south. What is it, Southampton midweek, when it's been postponed once and travelling down again. I don't know what the lad's name is, but I want to give a shout out to that guy that drove all the way to Southampton on his own, gets postponed, has to come all the way back, and does it again on his own. I don't know what the lad's name is, but that is loyal dedication right there.
I swear, I don't know his name off my head.
That is loyal dedication right there.
Especially with the 500 Preston fans that went down again, then did it all over again.
Outstanding. Yeah, I was reading about some of the Southampton fans who were giving their thoughts about the worst Championship fans, and I think Preston were they were 23rd out of 23, saying they made the least amount of noise. And I was happy to read some of the Southampton fans saying you're just not giving them credit because you're not looking at the situation that the Preston fans found themselves in. Them 500 people that went to Southampton, to me, should have priority for whatever match they want to be able to go to, because that is dedication. Right there. What's so funny, Aaron? Enlighten the room.
Just laughing it down there and down in it for him. So just finish the coffee off there.
Fun and games. Right, is there anything else you want to add, Aaron, or is that our summary done and dusted?
I think that's a nicely wrapped up session there. They've concluded our 23-24 season for Preston North End. Yes. We've been hoping to always do, and hopefully next season will be that season that we make the playoffs and get promoted to the Premier League.
Yeah.
It is now 63 years since we've been in the top division.
Yeah. So it's might be. maybe that season.
The year we do it.
Next year is the year. Rightio, yeah. So I want to thank you guys so much for the support this season. As we said, we will be back next season with more content for you guys to look forward to and enjoy throughout the summer. It's not just going to be a dead summer here on the JSGC Football channel. I've got some stuff lined up for you guys to enjoy, including giving our reactions and thoughts to our table predictions from last summer, and how correct we were, how incorrect we were. We'll again be doing our predictions for the upcoming season for you guys to enjoy. Hopefully catch a pre-season game would be nice as well. Do a nice little vlog for you guys in July. I've done very recently a stadium tour at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, one of the best football grounds in the country. So if you do want to go and check that out, do go and check it out. If it is something that people enjoy watching, then I'd like to go and do some more stadium tours. If you are interested in that kind of thing, where would you like us to go and have a look around? Do let us know in the comment. Do you know, it would be great one day to get around Deepdale and have a look behind the scenes at things. It would be really interesting. It would be really good. It doesn't even have to be on a match day. Just have a look behind the scenes and have a look at the facilities that are on offer and things. I find all that background stuff really interesting. So it would be really amazing. So Preston, North End, you've hit us up once. If you want to hit us up again, that would be absolutely brilliant. And show behind the scenes, that would be absolutely superb. And yeah, we've also got European Championship content coming up in 3 weeks time, where we're going to be heading to Germany. We're going to be heading to Germany. We're going to be checking out a game. So got another vlog for you guys to enjoy and look forward to. So we will see you guys for that. I hope so. I'm not booked it yet. I'll get it booked in. I'm waiting for payday at the moment. I'm still a couple of days away from payday. So once I get paid, I'll get that booked and sorted, and we'll do a stadium tour of the Olympic Stadion over in Berlin. Very famous ground. There we go. Looking forward to it. So thank you so much for the support. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up on the video. Let us know your thoughts. Score Preston North End season out of 10. Aaron's given it a 7 out of 10. I think I'm going to give it... I think it's been a good season, so I'm going to go 8 out of 10. Hey, give your score out. Yeah, I think if you'd managed to sneak the playoffs, I'd have given it a 9 out of 10. And if it was a promotion, it'd be 10 out of 10. Yeah. You start dipping into 11th, I'd say that's your normal season, 7 out of 10. Anything into the bottom half, I'm going to give 6 out of 10. Start flirting with relegation, you're looking at your 4s and 5s, and if you get relegated, it's a 1 out of 10, isn't it? It's poor.
0.
We don't want zeros on this channel. We don't want zeros on this channel. Wrexham away. Wrexham away. Hollywood away. Hey, Wrexham's good, actually. If it's difficult to get tickets, you ever get a chance to go there, go and check it out. It is actually pretty decent. I enjoyed our time there anyway.
Oh, okay, yeah. We'll let you
yeah, so thank you for watching. Social media links there in the description, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you all again real soon. So we've been JSGC Football. Thank you for watching. Peace.
Ciao for now.